Did we start a race channel, by the way? Hello, are we still live?
Or links in there. BGT is, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I think he's waiting for me to crop the screen, and I guess I gotta tell him I'm done.
This is some top-notch commentary right here.
Well, that's, you guys aren't the best play-by-play guys in the business for nothing. What does chat feel about this? Who's got BGT? Who's got Link? Let's go.
Place your bets.
Show us the Link emotes or the BGT emotes.
What's BGT's PV?
It's 1:25:55.
125, huh?
Yeah. Not 1 hour and 25 minutes. I think it was 125 minutes. 2 hours and 5 minutes, I believe, and 55 seconds.
2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So do we have the cutoff rule in effect? Is that something that we need to be conscious of?
Well, considering Link just beat the game in 16 minutes, I don't think we have to worry about a cutoff rule. But
oh yeah, that's very true.
The only cutoff rule we have to do is if BGT wants to continue, we'll let him continue. We'll just talk in the background. We'll make fun of people.
Yeah.
Preview the upcoming races, or I got a book over here. It's called FU Penguin, and I like to open it up and read it every once in a while on stream.
Yeah.
It makes for a good community outing.
Read the Baconator wrapper.
Dude, I ate the Baconator wrapper. How do you think I finished it so fast? I didn't even open it.
You guys are talking about the Baconator still? Sorry I had to run away there.
Whoa, thanks for letting us know, commentator.
Somebody sent me a message and I had to run into the other room and get my credit card.
Oh boy!
Whoa, what kind of message was that?
One of his friends is probably selling him Nintendo games again.
Are you gonna do a little review where you show off your collection, Buzz?
No. Here, I actually should be cutting my stream. I forgot I was still streaming.
Oh, nice plug.
Everything happened so fast.
Nice plug. Are we?
Yeah, like people would leave this. Yeah, Dick Chick, I actually saw it earlier. I went to look for a ticket and it said 1601 out of 1600.
Oh, nice.
Somebody got in.
That's interesting. I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, some glitch or something.
Are you actively looking to still go, Buzz?
I just bought a ticket.
Oh, did you really? Oh, is that why you went and got your credit card? Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
So apparently this is really going to happen.
Yeah, we're going.
I know a guy out there who may be able to do something with you both if you guys are both interested, but we can talk about that later if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're gonna have like a, I don't know. I don't even know. I didn't think it was going to be a real thing, but now I have all sorts of ideas.
Yeah, there might even be a Zelda 2 randomizer race on a broadcast between Buzz and Dig.
Really?
I would enjoy that.
We might have to make that happen. I can make that happen. You don't know me, man.
That's true. We don't know Larry. We've only been hanging out with him for a year and a half, but...
Has it been a year and a half I've known you idiots?
I don't know. Maybe not that long.
Remember that first time I met you? You're like, wow, sub 4 hours. You're getting better at this game. And I thought you were praising me. And then it turns out you were really like sassing me, but I didn't know any better.
I wasn't sassing you, Larry.
Top 10 goals for Rollergames. Beat stage 3 and any percent. What is this new features stuff going on in IRC? It's weirding me out. Oh, maybe I should just say I'm ready whenever they are. Ladies and gentlemen, BGT versus the 1-0 Link Sevens. Your hosts for the evening, Buzz, Thunder, and Dig Shake. Guys, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rollergames.
Yep.
This is going to be a hell of a race here against Bentglasstube or Link 7. Dig Shake, who do you think has the edge in this event?
Well, I definitely got to give the edge to Link Sevens. I mean, he just put up a monster time. BGT has only beat the game once, so he's definitely a pretty heavy underdog.
Yes, I agree. Anything can happen, but yeah, definitely Link is very strongly favored in this race. I would have to agree with that outcome. Kind of an interesting bracket that we all got thrown into. Link was just looking at how it was. I mean, things may change. So wait, are you supposed to start on the select screen like that?
I have not been doing it that way.
Yeah, I've been on the start screen. So
I have not been doing it. I didn't notice Link doing that in the last race.
Oh, so that's why he won. He edged me out.
No, I don't think he did in the last race. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be what, like half a second difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about half a second. Yeah,
But
I was
we're
just getting.
off.
Oh yeah, here we go. All right, we got some stage 1 action here.
What's the worst thing you gotta watch out for on this stage, Buzz?
Pretty much the potholes like that. What you just saw Bentglasstube do. That's your main slowdown. But there's not. Personally, I don't have a trouble with that.
Are you
I
watching
have
a
the main
multi-twitch or
trouble
my
with-
screen, Buzz?
Oh, sorry, I'm watching yours, so
Yeah.
I must be behind. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Sorry, let me get that set up.
Yeah, so they're both on the first fight right now, actually. Link just finished it up, BGT just got there, and BGT is getting some good jump kick luck, so... so far, these racers aren't too far apart. But
Well,
Link
that's
is
the
off.
benefit of dying in the first hole, is you're not going to be that far behind.
Yeah, Link has definitely got a pretty significant lead here. I mean, it's still a lot of game left to play, but getting rejected on the special moves, that's one thing that anybody who's played this game has probably experienced. You go to do a special move and then get kicked at the same time, so your special move gets canceled out. Pretty annoying game mechanic, actually. Let's see how BGT handles these. Going with the jump kicks. Oh, there's a special move.
I don't think BGT, whether it's is his controller or he's just not doing it, I don't think he can hit the special move every time he wants to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been noticing that
Is he-
watching him practice.
Is he playing on console or is he playing on emulator?
He's playing on emulator, but there might be something with his controller or lag or, you know, you have to hit a button a little bit before another button kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'd say the way and when I first started out, I mean, I didn't even know that you could do it. But then once I figured it out, it's the easiest thing to pull off. But he might just not know the secret of doing it the easiest way, which is if you hold B and press A, you're gonna do it every time.
Yeah.
But he probably just hasn't figured that out yet.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's trying. I saw him do it a few times, so he's already gotten it off the ground a couple times. But other stage here as BGT finishes up the boss on stage 1. And you see him, you know, perfectly executing the special moves on what's his name? Barnaby Jackson?
Monster Mash. The Monster Man.
Oh,
Bernie Jackson.
okay.
Yeah, Larry's definitely the guy with the lore knowledge. They are playing the same level, even though it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference there between the emulator and I assume Link's playing on console.
Link is on the retro pack, I think.
So far, both runners cruising through this stage here. We see BGT with the rhythmic punches. That is definitely the sign of a good Rollergames player. I don't think I saw Link do those. I don't think I saw Buzz do those either. That's probably why you lost.
Yeah, most likely.
Chat was doing those before when someone was practicing.
Yeah. So Link got the pattern set up on the helicopter, it looks like.
Yeah, the helicopter's a little bit tricky. I'm sure you guys already talked about the pattern on the left race. Like, you can get it to drop more or less in a shorter period of time, and it basically slows it down by a second or two. It's all determined on where you're standing on the screen, at least it seems to me, because even if you move, after it starts dropping a pattern, it will immediately switch to a different missile dropping pattern. And I hear that it's determined by how many missiles it drops and not the length of time.
Interesting.
Yeah,
But
that's
again,
the reason.
there's not a lot of inside knowledge about this game other than watching the world record guy has run.
That's the reason
His
you wanted
time
to
is
drop
insane.
four bombs back and forth each time, because that's the max it can drop.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's also how many it drops initially as well, and that's why it's important to be standing in one specific spot, so it drops the maximum at start, and then the fight's the quickest overall.
The BGT is definitely behind, but he's not like crazy behind. He's, maybe 30 seconds behind at this point. As we see Link getting to the first really difficult stage of the game here. BGT has been, he's second half of this stage. I won't repeat what people call BGT, but
I will. We call him BG3-2 because he likes this level so much he plays it for hours on end.
See, I didn't know about that. I haven't caught any of those streams.
Have you
That's pretty good.
Have you ever met 6-2 Shake?
oh wow, there it is.
So yeah, my deaths seem to rotate, so I don't think I have a go-to as far as where it happens.
Oh, we have nicknames for you, but we decided this was going to be PG stream.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Bent's keeping up here. I hope he has a good 3-2 here.
Yeah, we'll see. Link is, he got through it, but it definitely was not the cleanest 3-2. A few hits along the way. He's actually ahead of his splits, though, the splits that he just recorded from the race. Oh, but he misses quick kill on Guru Drew.
Well, he actually tried to line up the super kick on the Guru, which is something I started doing, but then I kind of gave up on it because it seems a lot easier to knock him down if you don't use that. It's like the super move is too quick, so you don't have enough time. You have to time it like perfect when he pops out of the corner, but if you're doing it with the jump kick, you have a little bit of leeway.
BGT making it past those jumps. So let's see.
Yeah, you gotta just take care of the boss, and that's no problem.
By the way, something we failed to mention to Shake before, and we haven't mentioned it yet, is that at the ending of levels or certain checkpoints and certain moments when you're fighting the enemies, you're always moved to a fixed position after the fight. So you want to save some frames. You want to move to that position before the fight animation ends, so that you save some time in that. Just animation, I guess. Save some animation time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's basically the screen scrolls down, like when you enter a fight.
Well, there's when you enter a fight and also when you leave. It doesn't really matter at the end of the level so much because that little fanfare has to play. But in the middle fights, like halfway through the stages, if you try to stand on the spot, you'll save a second or two, maybe.
From what I understand, it doesn't matter after the fight, like when you get that go arrow flashing, because it sends you back to that point, like as the amount of flashes go.
Well, if you're at that point already, you're not moving to that point, I believe.
You can definitely save a second or two there. I've been able to get my character to move before the go is done flashing.
Okay.
It's hard with, like in 5-1 when I'm using him in the spot.
Icebox, Robert
so damn
Smith.
slow. But
Isn't that
Which
weird
we've
that he's
not
called
seen
Robert
anybody-
Smith? Isn't the weirdest thing? Why would he go by Robert Smith?
Well, he's one of the greatest PBA bowlers of all time, so why not?
Nah, sorry, that just means the cure to me.
So Link sticking with the hot flash on stage 5-1, not a surprise really. He nailed it last time, so don't mess
I'm
with
kind of pretty interested to see this wall buffer you guys were talking about.
I can't say it was intentional, but it definitely was a wall buffer.
That it was intentional, actually.
I think so too, but it's so hard. All of us have practiced with hot flash, and it's just so tricky because she's so fast.
Yeah, like you have to do those ones that have the double small gap jump. You have to hit those like almost perfectly at the edge to be able to clear both gaps. It's just so much easier to slowly go through them with the other characters. And Bent doing well here to clear that. Clears 4.
Yeah, you got to think he's on a good pace for him because
Oh.
there's a little wall buffer and just takes a dive. And actually, BGT is in the lead.
Yes, he is. This is going to be interesting to see how quick it is between Robert Smith and what's-her-face, Pink Broad.
Yeah, I don't think BGT
Close
is going to keep that lead for very long.
Yeah,
I
see,
mean,
once this fight's over, yeah, well, let's see the speed difference here. This is great.
Robert Smith, you would think would be a little faster at the fights, but he's just so damn slow at moving around that.
Yeah, especially because they should give him more of a damage advantage in the programming too, but they don't really.
Well, I think he randomly can punch an enemy and knock them out with one hit, but it's somewhat random.
Yeah, the Rocker does the same thing, where he has a kick that just knocks him down instantly. But it's just the speed is not, you know, the difference should be balanced a little bit more, but it's not.
You can see when Link using the hot flash has caught up right and past BGT without BGT even dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like the difference to clear that stage is about 10 seconds from one to the other. Oh, ouch! Both of them take a dive. Man, I'm surprised Bent missed the first hole there. And this, I don't think this is going to be uncommon. We're going to see a lot of 5-2 back and forth, and whoever gets out of this 5 the fastest might be the victorious person.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
you
don't know.
noticed.
6 is tough too.
BGT has renamed his splits to Diaper Genie, by the way.
Diaper Genie.
It's a thing, Buzz. Keep up.
He was telling
yeah, I don't know.
nearly an hour to beat the boss the first time he fought him. Which, to be fair, I mean, the first time I fought the boss, I had no freaking clue how to beat that guy. So it took a minute to figure out the correct strategy.
Yeah, my first run through this, I had no idea that jump kicks were so powerful and consistent.
So Link's on attempt number 3 here. There's a little wall buffer again.
There he gets through.
Is that a second wall buffer? I don't know if that was intentional or not. BGT taking a death on the fight there right before the cliffs.
It's my favorite part of the game. The good old raft spot, which for some reason I never gain confidence on.
It's a pretty nerve-wracking spot, for
Yeah,
sure.
I've done it so many times, but it just does not get easier.
I really hate that
See-
you get
see
so
what I
close
mean?
to the edge to even spawn it.
Yeah, that's a weird thing too. just such a small target.
So Buzz is sitting here wishing that Link would have played like this half an hour ago.
That's exactly what just crossed my mind. It's like, oh, my 18 minutes is looking pretty good right now. But that's why you play the game, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a race, and you don't really know what's gonna happen. You just gotta do your best. I really want to see BGT get past these cliffs, though.
Yeah, keep it close. So do you even slow down with the fat guy when you do the cliffs?
There's no need to. And we see
No need
BGT
to.
getting it that time.
Icebox Robert Smith.
Taking a bath
Sorry.
with Robert Smith so he can switch characters. Back to Hot Flash.
I mean, who wouldn't want to take a bath with Robert Smith?
Depends on which one you're talking about, I guess.
Of the Cure.
Wasn't there a tight end on the Minnesota Vikings one year, Robert Smith?
I most likely. It seems like the most common name in the world when you say it. Ouch. BGT having trouble with that bridge.
That one gave me some trouble too. I think actually I was talking to Larry about this. The sections when you're going up and down in this game feel a little more precarious when you're moving left to right.
I mean, I'd say most things in this game feel that way just because there's not a lot of room. Everything that spawns or you run into happens so quickly. You know, it's just like it spawns, it's moving that fast, you're moving fast in the opposite direction, and like you're right on top of you immediately. But that raft one, I don't know, that one's always very consistent. It always spawns in the same spot. But like, yeah, that's such a tricky jump there that Bentglasstube does.
And doing what's very easy to do on that raft jump, which is overshoot it. You fall short so many times that you get it in your head. You gotta really go fast, and then you.
Yeah, that's another reason why I prefer the California Kid there, because that girl's just too quick. She accelerates too fast. It's really hard to get that in-between momentum that you need to land it perfectly.
And it's really hard to stop. If you're going too fast, you're done. You can't really slow down.
Yeah, especially if you try it, because if you try to turn around, the game forces you into like a spin, because you're on roller skates. You can't just stop dead. Link just working his way pretty quickly through stage 6 here.
See if he can redeem himself on 6-2. He's really good at these fights. That's something that I know I personally could stand to tighten up is the...
I think we can convince him to Taz this game afterwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was convinced that he had already been doing that.
Yeah, he's probably already thinking about it. BGT's made it past the rafts, so he just needs to finish off this boss here. We saw Link take a death to the spikes on 6-3.
See, I don't know how making Taz works, because I saw a YouTube Taz video of this game. Is there like a way to improve on it and make it your own? Like, is there a signature? I really have no idea how Taz's work.
You really just recording frame movements for optimization. Like, you know, do a jump kick. If the jump kick doesn't work, you know, you just reload save state, do a jump kick kind of thing. You're making a movie, basically.
Okay, so you're just cutting every single time for every single frame to do it perfectly.
Yep.
And I think there's a script that goes along with it where you're putting in inputs. So when Link did the Gradius one that was at AGDQ, he's just inputting frame movement pushes and then playing that against the game. and then seeing like recording buffers, pauses, different direction movements, kind of stuff like that. You're doing like both hand in hand.
So for all the talk we had about BGT, he's actually doing pretty well here. He's on stage 6. We'll see how he does with 6-2, and I guess 6-3 to some extent are the last major hurdles that he's got.
It seemed like at the point he was at where you're having trouble. It seems like it's that way in most speed runs, but in this game, once you get through it the first time, the next couple runs you're gonna chop off like a half an hour or 20 minutes from each time.
Should Joshy D be worried?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Joshy D should be very worried.
Joshy D needs to get it together, man. And there's Link with the victory at 20 minutes and SRL time. So a full 2.5 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm more than that. A full 3.5 minutes slower than the time that he put up in the previous race.
Yeah, I think 2 deaths at the cliffs.
Yeah, that's a large chunk.
And then there was at least 1 or 2 at the raft.
Yeah, 1 in 6-3, but that didn't really cost him that much time.
Yeah.
We see BGT tackling stage 6-2 here.
Yeah,
These first
thanks for that
conveyor belts really
start,
take quite a bit of practice to get the timing down right.
Yeah, these the north-south conveyor belts, I'll still take deaths on that one.
The conveyors that come after the fight, though.
Yeah, with the fire, those are because I don't know how the timer works with the fire, so it's always there's that one that's going backwards that it's fine to take damage on, but the one immediately after that, if that fire is spraying at the wrong time of your jump, that kind of you hit that and it'll send you right into the spikes.
I feel like it's based somewhat on proximity, like how close you are to the fire bars dictates when they go off. Oh. There.
See, I want somebody to beat the game without Hot Flash because Larry had an interesting question I think it might have been last night, about whether the presented by Konami at the finish ends you up with the character that you beat the game with.
Or maybe they think you just want to see
And we're like, hey, take a look at this this sprite that we worked so hard on.
Dickie McEwen.
Without a doubt, one of the hottest video game characters of all time.
I don't know. Yeah, I've said it multiple times when we started playing this game. It's like, man, for a Nintendo game, I don't know.
Hotter than Shelly Jameson, though. Like, she's also.
Yeah, this game is like the first generation anime game, with all the hot chicks.
And I think we got Link in the Discord booth. What's up?
Yeah, hey guys.
Congrats on the win.
Thanks. I mean, you can see it went not nearly as well as the previous race.
Yeah, walk us through that one. What happened there? What was the big difference between this time and last time?
Like I said after the other race, that clips strat is not 100% consistent. So yeah, I failed that a couple times.
Yeah.
The rafts I failed once. I failed the easier jump, not the harder jump, so that's fun. And then I took a spike death that didn't cost me as much, but.
Yeah, and that's I mean, it was like 3 minutes or so more just based on those.
Yeah, so I mean, if you swap the races around, that would change the results dramatically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would have made me die like another 5 times, so you never know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there may be like a mental component too, right? You know, I've been hearing all this stuff from BGT about his where he's at in terms of practice, and I think, oh, you know, I don't need quite as much, you know, concentration, quite as high level, and maybe that mentally gets in my head or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, well, BGT actually did pretty well through the first part of this game. In fact, after you died on the cliffs the first time, he was briefly in the lead at that point. So even that late in the game.
Yeah, you guys were pretty much on the same stage almost the whole time. There was never, I mean, obviously now the stage 6 is taking him a minute, but other than that, there wasn't a huge differential.
Right.
Yeah, he's just battling 6-2 right now, and I think most people who play this game.
I know when I pulled the stream back up after I finished, he was on 6, so.
Yeah, it seemed like the post fight 6-2 spike jumps give him a little trouble, as they should for anybody.
Yeah, especially early on, until you've done a lot of save state practice. Some of these spike areas at the end of 6 are pretty tough. I think later with practice, they actually become pretty consistent, really. But
it's so tempting too, because if you in 6-2 and 6-3, the stage wraps around, and you can actually see the exit across the spikes.
Yeah, I tried that with save states for a while, because it'd be nice if there was a way to boost or something over there, but seems like it's a little too far.
Yeah. So you're saying if you jump to the left from the entrance of 6-2, that you can see the exit?
No, if you go if you go across the conveyor belts and you just keep going.
Oh, right. You're talking about that gap. Okay.
But on 6-3, if you just turn
same
around.
Thing on what's the other one? 6-3? With the barrels on the slopes. That one also, if you jump from the start to the left, you can see the end door.
Oh, I see.
But it's too far. You can't.
Yeah, it's too far. I almost wonder if you could go onto the slope and then come back, and like with TAS precision or something. But it still might be too far.
I tried using the conveyor belts to sling me across the one in 6-2, but it didn't really work very well.
Yeah.
So, Link, we were just talking about the conveyor belt jumps here in 6-2, the ones after the fight that have the fires coming out. Have you seen any consistency about how they come out or what causes the fires? Because it seems to be inconsistent to me, at least every time.
I mean, I feel like they're timed, but I feel like it's been pretty consistent to me. I mean, I hit the same ones every time. The most dangerous, or the two most dangerous parts, I think, are if the last actual conveyor, if you jump onto it is too early, you can get flamed. But if you jump late enough, you'll go over the flame, and so it doesn't matter when it shoots. And then the platform, if you try to go full speed through it, you'll get flamed into the spikes.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's so tempting to try and squeeze through that last one.
To try to sneak past it. But yeah, that one, like, I just ram into the wall and stop on that platform and wait for it.
Yeah, I was the same way. I've managed to get that one pretty consistent though. I have it. I figured out the right spot where to jump there so that you can jump over it, whether it's on or off.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what happened to me on our race is I jumped early onto the last conveyor belts, and I clipped the flame instead of jumping over it.
EGT was really close on his last attempt. He made it to the last section of conveyor belts, and timing on those jumps or not, but onto the spikes. So just since we're kind of close to the end here, I don't know, it'll probably take BGT a few more tries to get through, but just to give everybody in the audience a heads up, we've got more races coming up. On Thursday, we've got another double header. It'll be Coach Crab and Choke Me I Like It, and then myself and Choke Me I Like It right after that, starting at 11 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh, we have all these matchups or double headers are split up by division. What are the divisions called again?
East and West, something.
Eastern Empire and the Western Alliance is what we got.
Yeah, I don't even remember which one I'm in.
You're in the Eastern Empire.
Eastern Empire, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm getting I don't know. Eastern Empire, yeah, it was I knew that our race was going to be dangerous, Link, but yeah, watching Bent here, I'm gaining a little bit of confidence that I might come out of here into the winners bracket of the tournament. But who knows?
Hey, I mean, BGT's certainly going to keep practicing, and he's not bad at the first half-ish stages of the game. So if he gets some practice in on the second half of stage 5 and stage 6, he'll be up there with the rest of them. So. As we just saw in this race, actually, you know, even the best runners can take deaths that cost minutes of time. All right, here we go, BGT. You got this.
Okay, that's a good hit. Go. Oh no, not there.
Yep, he's got it. No.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, he's got it.
So BGT informed me that the first time he passed the Cliffs of Insanity, he took that leap of faith off the cliff instead of going in the door. And I thought he was going to do the same thing right there.
Yeah, didn't everybody do that the first time though?
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone did it.
I certainly did.
Video, so.
Oh, you were watching me the first time, yeah. So you had the benefit of that, but it was like, yeah, you can't tell. You're like, okay, where do I go?
It doesn't look very door-like.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't.
So BGT experiencing another strange mechanic about these. They really suck you in. Get anywhere close to them. Got to jump much earlier than that.
Those pits is pretty strong.
Hey, Dave, can you wear your hat and tuck your hair behind your ears when you say, hey, those holes really do suck?
Do I need some gold chains and what else do I need, Larry?
He was doing Wayne's World dig shake.
Oh, okay.
No, dig shake just unintentionally dig shaked, and that's the best part of it.
Yeah, I was like, he's not doing that on purpose.
You guys don't know that.
I don't even know what you're talking about with gold chains.
I was thinking of who was I thinking of? Carl from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force for some reason, but he doesn't even wear a hat, so that doesn't make any sense. And he doesn't have hair.
There's that one episode where he does, though. Anyways, trouble with barrels.
Those barrels are pretty tricky to jump over as well, though. You gotta time it so I think that the barrel is close to the top of.
Yeah, I've jumped over that first barrel a couple times, but I almost just don't want to, because when I do, it messes me up because I'm so used to hitting it. So I almost just want to hit it.
Oh, he was so close on that last one.
I've been going down to the third tile on the way up that first ramp.
That's a good strategy. I tried that a couple times because then you can ignore it completely and then just go up against the wall. I've tried that too.
Have you ever cleared that second barrel after you jump over the spikes? Because I don't think I've ever cleared that one.
Well, I had an inconsistent strat for a while where if I stayed on the third tile, sometimes I would get past the other barrel, the second barrel down, but it just it worked 20% of the time or something. It's really weird.
Yeah, as far as that first barrel that comes immediately after the spikes, I have not been able to miss that one. Well, that one's tricky too because you need to jump when you hit it so that you don't get knocked backwards to the extent that you fall back into the spikes.
You want to be a little ways up the hill before you take that hit.
Yeah, there you go. Ben just did that perfectly right there.
Oh.
The upside to this screen it is shorter.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
It's consistent too. That's the other thing about it. It doesn't have the randomness that the flames have, whether that's in my head or if it's a real thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any randomness to it. The timer actually, the stage timer is pretty short if you take the intended route. The time is actually kind of tight, but
like if you zigzag through the spikes.
Yeah, I know when my first blind playthrough, I think I failed just on running out of time a couple times.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody try to go through those spikes the normal way.
But yeah, once I realized you could jump over, then it's well, let's change up the strategy for that.
All right, here we go. He's got this. Jumped
so
early.
Close. Yeah, you got to wait till the very last tile on that downslope to clear the pit.
Yeah. Line it up with the that last vertical pipe on the wall. That's what's nice about this. That's the only thing nice about this stage as far as lining up your jumps. It's very easy as far as those markings on the wall.
The world record doesn't even do that jump.
Yeah, I was when I watched that, I'm like, I mean, there's a couple things that he could do to get better at the game, but I was wondering why doesn't he do that jump? And then after I did it, because I think I did it before I watched the world record video, and then when I watched it, I was like, oh wow, do I know something that he doesn't?
So in the tournament, who's going to beat that world record?
Nobody.
Probably the guy who knows the most about the game.
That guy who knows the most about the game has a 3240 PB, by the way.
Yeah. The running joke of the Phantom PB that isn't real.
I mean, I stream daily. You guys can check the VODs and find out that that's absolutely true.
That might be your PB, but I recall a race where you got a sub 18.
No, that wasn't me.
You had your older brother finish the level for you?
Actually, I think I don't even think I sub 20 in that race, did I?
I'm more offended that Larry thinks we want to go back and watch his old videos.
Dude, at least 2 people do every single time. It's amazing. I want to meet those 2 people. I'm going to autograph a picture for them.
It's probably me going back to clip something.
Yeah.
Come on, Bent, you can do this. Oh.
The most frustrating part of doing a game like this, a game that has like a memorization pattern to it, let's say, is that you overcome one obstacle and then you start failing on something you beat like 20 times in a row before that, and you regress a little bit.
Yeah, but that's how you learn. That's how you learn a game.
And I think to BGT's credit, when he actually completed his run last night, he breezed through this part, so he doesn't have any experience on this other than the one time he cleared it.
Yeah, that's another negative thing. If you get your beginner's luck in a certain difficult section, and then yeah, it'll catch up.
So you guys excited for the other races in this bracket? Buzz Thunder versus BGT, Buzz Thunder versus Joshy, and Joshy D versus BGT.
Oh, so close. Yeah, definitely hyped up. I think the BGT Joshy D race is just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that should be the that should be the most competitive. But the way that BGT's improving, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how Joshy handles it. He has yet to get back to me about a race time.
Joshy D is similar to BGT in that he can cruise through the first 4.5-ish stages, but once he gets to the cliffs, it starts to go downhill.
As long as he has like a large bowl of poutine to eat beforehand, or no, after a celebration poutine bowl. There we go. Nice. Something to entice him to finish the race quickly.
One boss fight away from what is going to be a monster PB for BGT.
Yeah, you said what was his time? 2 hours?
2.5.
No, I think it was 2 hours 5 minutes.
Oh, 2 hours.
Or was it 2 hours and 35 minutes? No, I think it was 2 hours 5 minutes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think I read 2:06, something like that.
I think I said sub 125 and I was wrong because it was like 125.05 or something like that, 55.
We'll see if he knows the boss very well.
At the 40-minute mark. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dick Chick.
I was just going to say, wow, coming out swinging. He's been saying that he's spent 50 minutes fighting this guy the other day. So.
Yeah, at the 42-minute mark, I said, do you want a little help? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, stop fighting him from the front.
Well, look at what he's doing. He's fighting him from the front.
He doesn't. Yeah, he likes the front.
He's also trying to punch him.
Can you even hit him? I guess you can hit him that way.
Yeah, he does.
I gave up on doing that a while ago.
I didn't even know that you could.
The problem is this game. I don't think you take damage in this game by amount of punches. I think it's knockdowns only. And consecutive punches may contribute to an eventual knockdown, but I don't think if he punches once, runs, it's as good as one single drop kick.
Yeah, I know that knees definitely don't count because that's very frustrating when you unintentionally catch an enemy in a you're kneeing them in the head, and then you get knocked out of that lock, and then you have to start all over again because they basically refill their health.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So when you guys go to SGDQ, can you guys do a live action Rollergames Nintendo game for us?
Live action? Would that involve like roller skating around the conventions?
Yeah, like start jumping people, maybe.
Elbowing each other in the head.
Instead of the Cliffs of Insanity, it's the Cliffs of Jay Coper, and you guys try to jump over Jay Coper on skates.
We can get a couple inflatable alligators and throw them in the fountain, and
then Shaq can heckle you, be like, "Hey, look, there's Eon. Why don't you go find a pit to fall into, Dick Shake? Ha! Remember when you lost?" And then we can all have a laugh.
Wow, that took a turn there.
That was a direct. I think Choke Me, I Like It said that in chat. I just read that out loud.
I say maybe a cosplay or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think you did. I'm sorry. I think I did. I said if Dick Shake gets a pink wig, he'll wear it. He said.
That's true. I
Yeah.
told you to send me one, Larry. And
Yeah,
I'll
no,
wear
you
it.
did, except it was Buzz that said it, not me. We're two different people, in case anybody doesn't know.
Well,
Wait, what did I say?
You said, "Hey, Buzz." You said, "Hey, Dig, wear a pink wig."
I thought
Okay.
that was you, Larry.
No, it wasn't.
So we need to send him a pink wig. If I can get a hold of one.
That should be an easy thing to get, though, right? Any
Yeah,
wig
I think
store?
so.
Yeah.
Do they make those?
I mean, there are wig stores.
Where do they get the pink hair from?
I'm pretty sure it's not real pink.
They make wigs out of human hair.
When I got my hair cut, it got donated to some place.
What was that?
I don't know.
That just reminds me of that.
They make wigs out of real hair for people who have, like, for kids, I guess, with leukemia or something.
Or for like Elaine, where she cuts off that guy's ponytail and sells it at the end of that Seinfeld episode, the one that I watched yesterday.
So yeah, I really want to know if the sprite changes based on who you defeat the game with. So when are we going to do a fatty only race?
That's a good question. Right now? That's gonna mess up everybody though. That'll make everybody take longer because they won't be able to do the other sections properly.
That's what I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, it'll mess up all the timing on the jumps and everything.
Hey,
I'm down for that. That sounds like fun.
Does the screen always flash up at top during this match?
Yeah.
As far as like those individual, like, I don't know what those are called, like curtain things or tiles. I've never noticed that.
Someone forgot to start the timer when this race started, even though he had nothing to do because he wasn't talking.
Who was supposed to start the timer?
I don't remember because I gave out all the information, but we're at the 47-minute mark basically. Oh, there's a timer on BGT's screen. I forgot about that.
Yeah, his timer looks really good, actually.
It's a little different from the one he used last night.
That's the only timer that I've seen somebody do all the individual stages.
He's thorough.
I'm surprised he's still trying to punch this guy.
I like how he
Leads me
gets
to
those
believe he
free
didn't watch
kicks.
any videos of it.
I think you get a 10-minute deduction.
You mean
if
like
win.
he actually blind without watching anything first? Who does that?
That's what it seems like.
I know a guy who says that he does that, but he doesn't actually do that.
What's the next race on Rivalry Night, by the way?
Oh, we were supposed to do it tonight, but the doubleheader canceled out the time. We could do it, actually. There's enough time.
What game was it?
We were going to do Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos.
Isn't your whole streaming career based on Ninja Gaiden 2?
Not at all. I don't even think I played it on stream. Maybe once.
Didn't you used to load that game up when you were testing your upload speed? Don't you quote that game?
Oh, yeah, I did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I actually quote the first Ninja Gaiden.
How much of the game are you going to play?
Ninja Gaiden 2?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I'll play the first level because that's all I'll be able to do.
It's not going to be much of a race because I could probably, I don't know. I've never really timed myself. Probably take about 18 minutes to beat that game.
Oh, wow.
Is there any reason why you don't play games Dig Shake knows and you don't?
Well, no, we certainly have. We've done plenty of them. We just have a list of sequels. If we're going to do all of them, we got to do all of them eventually.
That's true. What one have we done? I mean, Zelda 2 randomizer. We played a lot of that.
Yeah, you definitely had the edge on that one.
How though, Buzz? Are you really that bad at the game? I beat him like 7 out of the last 8 times.
I've only beat him once. I'm okay at Zelda 2, but I just can't beat Dig Shake. I can't beat the big guys. Can't beat Unos.
I think I beat Dig Shake once.
Have I beat you the most out of anybody ever?
Unos.
Yeah, probably Unos.
I beat you.
See, when I was first,
The other night, the one that I really killed the other night, I beat Unos, and I think that was the second time I've beaten Unos.
Yeah, someone on my stream was saying you had the wrong seed. Then I had to mute his mic. Oh wait, no, that was me. You crushed that one. Oh, that was the one with the broken bridge, right?
Yeah, it's like the second room or something.
Oh no, it wasn't. No, I'm sorry. That was the one you just crushed, and I just messed that one up. The glove. Where was the glove? Glove was in Death Mountain, right?
Glove was in Death Mountain, but it was in. It was one of those that if your strategy is to at least check the caves, if you see a Death Mountain entrance, right, just check the ones you can get to. It was one of the ones you could get to out of one of the entrances. So when I finished, I looked, and people were digging Death Mountain. So I was like, well, that is what really gave me the lead right there.
it looks like somebody gave Bent the hint here that he needs to do more jump kicks.
Bent is listening to us, Buzz. By the way, so every time you've insulted him, he knows. He's keeping track.
I don't think I insulted him at all. I wanted to say for Zelda 2 stuff, when I first started running or whatever, I first thought that I was actually getting the hang of it was because I beat Link 7 in a race, because I thought that I was like, wow, that guy's good. He was always beating me. And then when I won one of those, I was like, okay, I've made it now. I know how to play this game. And then I lose to Larry, and then I just have no concept of reality.
I think my first win was last week. And I think that's because somebody forfeited.
So BGT was kind of wise. Was that an intentional death?
I think that was an intentional death, yeah. BGT is just like, I don't like this pattern. Why I'm going to waste my time? I'm just going to take the death now.
He was kind of wising up there and was doing the jump kick strats and had a fight where I feel like he was maybe only 1 or 2 hits away.
Yeah, I thought he was going to win that last one.
The fight is overall pretty easy once you do it a couple times. Once you succeed a couple times, because you really just have to stay out of arm's length. Let him jump over you, and then you just move a little bit to the side and jump kick him as he lands.
Yeah, but if you go in on him and you miss, then you're probably going to pay for it.
Right. The first few times I did win, I would jump kick too early or just too late, and you get punched in the face, and sometimes you get like a 3-hit combo done on you before you get moved.
he can easily stun lock you if you get in too close.
So just because there are going to be jokes like this, Dig Shake, what are you going to tell people who'd be like, hey man, you should make a Rollergames randomizer?
I mean, this game is a gem, just as it is. It doesn't need to be sullied with a randomizer.
Should we put that in like a Nightbot so that when people ask, we can just hit like exclamation point RG
right
rando?
No, nobody's asking right now.
Well, you got to be prepared for this.
What would you even
6,000
randomize
people.
in this game?
I could think of a few things to make this actually an interesting randomizer. I know that nobody would be serious about it, but randomizing your own character at the beginning of each death or each game over, each level, I think would be a good idea. That would definitely make it interesting.
Would you have to every death or every level, because then you can just death abuse until you get the right character?
Yes, that's true.
You can randomize boss HP.
Yeah, or enemy HP, enemy damage, even the character mechanics. You can make it so that the speed and power of each one is randomized.
Oh yeah, like the Legacy of the Wizard thing, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I think
That
I
has a
remember
randomizer? I didn't
somebody
know that.
played that game for like a day.
Dude, I was all in on that game, and then I feel
You certainly
emotionally
were.
let down.
You were getting good at it.
How long did you play that, Buzz? 13 minutes?
34 minutes.
13 minutes. The rest of it was saying, hey, I know I can break a wall somewhere. How about walking through that wall at the end of the screen, maybe? Try doing that. The open one. Go through it. Randomized numbers, special moves, Coach Crab 127 in chat says.
127. I think I know Coach Crab 128. I don't know who 127 is.
Random barrels. It would be actually pretty cool if you can define if you can have random board generation. If that was somehow easy to do, that'd be pretty cool. But
you have like birds and dogs coming out of the door at the beginning of the first level.
Oh yeah, imagine that. That's your typical red Dyra in the low overhead ceiling, nowhere else to go kind of seed.
Exactly.
See how BGT fares on this one as we enter the 55-minute mark.
Really like to see that sub hour for BGT.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know about everybody, but I think it took me about 52, 53 minutes the first time I actually did a legit run of it.
I remember being happy for sub hour.
I don't think I timed my first one.
He's getting better at this fight. This might be the one.
Yeah. This fight's also about patience, because if you're too close to him after he does that big jump, you need to get farther away from him.
Yeah, you have to. There's a sweet spot to stand away from him so he jumps over you, and then you can just time your jump kick instantly, like right there. That was good.
He needs 2 more. I've been counting. He's running low on health though.
He's got a bad pattern there, and then he jumped at a bad time. Nope. He's not set up when he does jump, and then he's got to run away thereafter.
Ugh.
Little 2-hit combo to end the run, end their attempt there. He'll try it again, that's all.
He knows the strat. He's getting it.
This game is very friendly in the final stage as far as your checkpoints.
And
yeah, it's still a little bit tricky. You can get the deaths in there, but it's not a huge backtrack. It's nothing like the cliffs. The cliffs is definitely a significant backtrack.
It's also friendly in the infinite continues department.
Yeah, that's another huge thing. Without that, I don't know if any of us would have been through our first run of it yet. Because it's basically a built-in save state on the NES, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff doesn't really exist on most of these old games. They make you pay for your game overs. This one doesn't really make you pay as much.
It's tanking.
That was a 7-hit combo right there.
I do like how he gets those 3 spin kicks off right away. That's a pretty... I mean, it doesn't save that much time, but a little bit.
Going for the suicide there.
By the way, that sprite right there, the enemy sprite, the male, I'm gonna say the one with the lighter hair is a female. That's a pretty good 8-bit rendition of Mr. Mean Harold Jackson. If you've ever watched the TV show, I don't know if it's supposed to be modeled after him or if it's just coincidence, but it's pretty close. And I do recommend everybody tries to find a way to watch the TV show.
It doesn't even have a face, though. How do you know it's him?
Well, the hair. And it's the Violator stage. You can put 1 and 1 together. Diaper Genie.
We've seen a little... I don't know why that's so funny to me. Are we seeing a little frustration from BGT here with the intentional deaths?
Well, there was a good 50 minutes of cursing. Like, I'd never seen somebody so mad playing a video game before as I did watching him fight this boss. I almost had to lower the stream because I didn't want to, have a different
Get the cops
opinion.
called by the neighbors.
Yeah, get the cops called by the neighbors, or you know, think less of BGT if he decided to, you know, be like, damn that Dig Shake for picking this game, you know, be like, hey, Dig Shake's my buddy, man, relax.
That statement is wrong on many levels.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're not my buddy.
Wow.
I feel like this one kind of follows that video game boss trope of, hey, wait till the boss attacks and then attack them in the back.
Yeah, I actually had a hard time with this boss initially because I couldn't time attacks.
The window is really short.
BGT is informing us he's suiciding because he's missing specials. And by the way, for those wondering, this is not a randomizer, obviously. And I say that because you are able to watch the other person race or watch the restream as well.
Sure. So BGT suiciding because he's missing specials is a little interesting. I mean, one special move is equivalent to 2 jump kicks, right?
I believe
So
so.
it's,
and I think early on I missed almost every special because I didn't know how to land them on them.
it's definitely annoying missing those special moves, but it's not like it's a huge time loss.
No, and he should probably work. You know, if that's the bad part of his boss fight, he probably should work on trying to land more drop kicks just to get in that practice of doing them, getting the timing down.
Yeah, definitely. I would suggest drop kicks only against him. Don't even use your special.
And the only one not suggesting that is Joshy D. BGT's buffering a little bit here. There he goes. There's a good drop kick.
Yeah, I have no idea how many hits he's got on him, but
Well, if he didn't suicide, we'll assume he's landed all 3 specials. There's another one. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's get through this here. Might have to question the validity of this if he pulls through.
set time?
I think that was time, yeah. 1 hour, 1 minute, and 51 seconds for BGT.
Nice.
That's almost half the time.
Yeah, huge PB.
Yeah, after you get that first one, the time just keeps falling off.
Yep. Watch out, Joshy D. BGT's coming for you. Watch out, Buzz.
Hey, I don't take anything for granted.
0-1 Buzz Thunder.
That's right.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up,
Hey, Ben.
BGT?
BGT.
So,
Hey, man.
yeah, I don't hate this game as much as I once did. Stream is, so I'll try and keep my comments as such.
It
How you
does
feel
grow
about
on
that
you.
run?
I mean, that's the best I've ever done at that game, so it was a good run.
What do you think you has the most room for improvement in your run?
Looks like stage 6 needs some work, and fighting the boss in particular.
Yeah,
The special things, I was thinking they were 4 drop kicks, and that's why I was getting frustrated and just suiciding, but you're right, they're only 2, so I should definitely just stick with it.
it's still frustrating when you miss one. I am not happy when I miss one of those.
Yeah, and at first I was trying to punch him because, like, the way the punches work, so the punches do damage, and like you guys were talking about the knees kind of seem to reset it, but they don't reset the damage you've done. Like, if you hit a guy 3 times and then do a knee and get interrupted, the next hit will still knock him down. And it's 4 punches on the boss even. It's kind of weird, like, to keep track of, but I couldn't get the timing of the drop kicks at all. Like, so I was just doing the punches, you can get 1 or 2 punches into him in the vulnerability thing, but it's really slow and awful.
Yeah, also you have to get close to him, and that's not something you want to do.
Yeah, like it's very easy for him to get you with the 3 or 4 hit combos there. Or 7 if you're just trying to skate off the bottom of the screen. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm getting better at the game now that I actually have some time to play it. I've had, as Larry likes to mention, not very much practice.
Well, you cleared 3-2 on the first try, so
I think BG32 can be laid to rest here after that run. But now that I said that, I'm sure.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions.
Yeah, exactly.
You actually did have the lead in stage 5, where Link took a death on the cliffs, and you were ahead of him.
Jumping in the first hole, I think. I got so excited that I got to the cliffs and forgot where the first hole was and jumped way early.
Yes, that was a pretty good one.
But congrats to Link on the wins.
Yeah,
already solidified a spot in the winners bracket.
Yeah, get it all done on the first night of races.
Of course, Buzz has no faith in Joshy D going 3-0, I guess.
How many people are? It's 2 people per group that are advancing.
Yeah, 2 people per group.
And then the worst from each group goes to the loser bracket.
Yep.
The second 2 worst from each group. So everyone's going on to the next round, basically. It's just, are you in the winners or are you on the losers side?
Gotcha. Okay, so the best and worst play the second best and worst from the other league or group or whatever we're calling them.
Yeah, it's a crossover format. So seed number 1 in the East plays seed number 2 in the West, and then the same thing with the losers as well. The worst plays the second worst in the other bracket, kind of thing. I have a 5-page dissertation on how it works. If you want to read the website, on the official.
Yeah, definitely on the official website. At shit.com.
I don't think it's that, but we can see if we can secure that if you want to.
Please don't type shit.com into your browser, everybody.
Digshake actually knows, I guess, what that is. I didn't even know what that site would be.
But yeah, thanks for the putting this together and the commentary and restream and everything.
For the restream, guys.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for accepting the invitation and putting up a good race.
We're just getting started too, ladies and gentlemen.
I was mostly excited that to beat it in the 90-minute time limit going in today after I finished one last night, because if I hadn't beaten it last night, I probably would have just forfeit after Link won.
So your next race is scheduled against Buzz on what day is that?
I think on Monday morning or Sunday night.
Exactly. Yes. Similar time to this race where it's that weird overlap thing.
So you got a lot of time to practice, right? I mean, by that point in time, your PB will be what, 17 minutes?
Well, I assume each time I play it, I will reduce my PB by half. So, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
Untouchable.
You'll be down to 10 seconds in no time.
Yeah, those geometric series, man, they're powerful. I think Joshy D said he doesn't have any availability till this weekend either, so I probably try to save my race with him for last. I don't think the Buzz Thunder versus BGT race is going to be super interesting.
Well, I mean, you got a few days. Anything can happen.
If you win, chat will be lit, man.
Definitely.
And I guarantee you, chat's 100% on your side.
I've been the heel. I was the heel in this before the tournament even started.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, no one was trash
Well,
talking
I think
you.
I got to get going, guys. So thanks for watching, everyone.
All right.
Everyone later.
Later, Link.
See ya.
2-0 Link Sevens. Drop him a follow and drop everyone else a follow. I'll put it up in the chat one more time for you guys. And I guess we're done here, right, guys?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we plug the next race, and this should be this is the end.
Yeah, we got another. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I'm just filling dead air. If you guys want to go to the official website, I'll post that one more time. You can find all the information there. You can find a link to the schedule, and then we'll be posting the links to the VODs in case you can't watch one race live. You can go back to it and watch it at a future date, whether it's on Twitch or on YouTube, however we decide to post it.
Yeah, and just as one more quick reminder, we got another doubleheader coming up on Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So come back and hang out with us then.
It's gonna be a blast, man. I can't wait.
Yep, Buzz will be there. Larry will be there. I'll be racing.
Probably be there every single time. So thanks everyone for watching, and have a good one.